Hello everyone, thanks again for joining me, and today we're going to talk about how loose wires in your electrical circuit, whether it's at a switch or an outlet receptacle, how loose wires really are more dangerous than you may think and can create a fire in your house. So I'm going to take you over to the workbench. I'm going to show you a few examples of what to look for and what to prevent from doing if you are installing a new light switch or an outlet in your house. And I'm also going to show you some pictures here, a few examples of what can happen and how the fire will start if not wired properly. Okay, so some of these things have happened to me, not that I had a fire, but I've had some wire nuts that I'm smelling plastic burning, and only to find that in a newer home, that not a new home, but I had moved into a house where the wiring wasn't done properly, and I started to stumble across these situations. Let's go to the workbench and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here we have a standard outlet and a Decora switch, light switch, okay? And one of the things that reasons why a fire would start would often be because you've got too much heat and you start to melt the plastic on either one of these, or the wire nut. All right, and so when you have a let's get this on here. Okay, it's the hot wire on the brass screw. If this is not tightened down enough and it's moving even ever so slightly, that distance between the wire and either the screw, the post, or the backing piece of metal there, you're going to get an arc. The power will arc from the wire to the screw, and that arc is heat, and it can create a fire, or could make the plastic melt. It's not just also that it's not tightened down. Sometimes the insulation is stripped back too far, and now you've got some exposure to that wire there. You could be touching something else. You could be touching the side of the metal electrical box. All right, so those things are what's going to, one of the reasons why you could potentially start a fire, and the fire would start by the receptacle burning up and the receptacle catching fire. Okay, so another thing to look for is, another heat point would be if you have a wire like this one. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it is all nicked up, and I can tell you for sure with aluminum wiring it gets really hot where a wire is partially cut or nicked. So when you have a wire that's been abused, maybe you've gotten pliers on here and have twisted it a lot, and the pliers got teeth on them, and you've really destroyed it like that, you're going to create additional heat, unnecessary heat. All right, now let's look at how you install these things. So this is an older switch, and it's the only way to do an older outlet, and the only way to do that is by creating your loop like that, your J-hook, and then making sure it's tight. Squeeze down in here with the pliers, tightening it down, and in another video I'll show you how to use a torque screwdriver, so you're tightening it down to the right amount of pressure. But also, some of these receptacles have a spot in the back where you can push the wire in, and I do not recommend that. You're creating additional heat. The way the thing is pinched in there, it's only in one real spot. You're going to create additional heat, plus the thing can pop out, and sometimes these things are loose in there because there's a little piece of metal that grips it, and over time, if it gets a little bit loose, now you've got not the right amount of pressure on this thing. I do not recommend putting it back. If you have outlets or switches where the wire's pushed in the back, I say take them out, and if you want to have an easy install, this switch has got, I gotta turn it upside down so you can see if you can see it. You could slide the wire straight in, without having to create that J-hook, right? So now it's clamped, and you tighten down on it with your screwdriver. Okay, it's not going to come out. You didn't have to create a J-hook there, and we also don't have this thing stripped any farther than the edge. Okay, so that's the way I would handle something like this. If you were inclined to want to just take the easy way out and push it in there, look for one of these types where you could put it behind and just clamp down on it. Okay, so now let's talk about the wire nuts, because most outlets or switches have wire nuts in the back, and you know, that could potentially create a problem for you too. So just for the purposes of example here, I'm just going to use this ground here, and assume these are 2 ground wires, or assume they're 2 hot wires. Now some people would just take their, let's get this straightened out, it's ugly. Some people would just take their wire nut, put these 2 things together, and then start like this and just start twisting them. And if you do that, you could definitely have a situation where you've got, again, gaps in there. It's not twisted tightly enough, especially depending on the size of the wire nut you have. Maybe you've got a wire nut that's a little larger than what's needed for the gauge wire that you've got. So that's why you could have something that just melts the wire nuts, because you've got gaps in here. Maybe it's slipping out also. The wire nut is slipping out and it's not staying properly, and the fact that it's coming off a little bit, it's not really on tight, means that you've got gaps and you're going to melt this wire nut. So you might want to, you know, you can watch electricians, on their YouTube channels too, what they'll do is twist it with the pliers like this. Okay, and then hopefully then you put this thing on until you feel that it's tight. If you go too far, you'll snap the wires off. And then to make sure it doesn't come off, you can go with electrical tape around here. Same thing with these. You could, after you've wired it up, you could wrap electrical tape around them. It's not going to keep the wires from popping out, but it's going to keep it safe. And if you have any arcs or sparks coming off of here, it'll keep it suppressed behind the electrical tape. Okay, so these are the main reasons why a loose wire can cause a fire. And hopefully these were some examples that you found helpful. And if you have any questions, definitely leave them down in the comments down below. I'm here to help you. I hope that you liked this video and it was helpful to you. Please hit that like button for me. I appreciate it, and stay with me for some additional upcoming electrical videos. Have a great day.